Well, we're going to start out this week here on the Moodle website, and I want to make sure everybody is checking the Moodle website as we move along here because there's real important information. It's going to get more and more important as we move along here. So make sure you're signed up for the Moodle website and that you're checking it on a real regular basis. You're going to be able to go here and see what's going on. We might even have a extra meeting later this week, so you'll find information on that here on the Moodle website. Also, you're going to find links to all the important information I have on the Moodle website for building your robot. And you're going to find the latest, greatest software on the Moodle website. So to get the latest version of JAL, that's what we use to program our robot, and that's what we're going to use this week if you haven't done so yet to write our HelloWorld program. There's a link to it there on the Moodle website, and it brings you to the Microsoft SkyDrive. It's a new cloud file sharing that Microsoft's got. So it's real safe. Don't worry about downloading it. And just go ahead and download the JAL for Fondy Heat 1.01.1. And that's the latest version as of this recording. There might be something new later on, but I'll delete this one if there is a new one. So go ahead and download that and install it on your computer. And when you do that, you are going to wind up at a screen like this. This is JAL Edit. It's an editing software for JAL. And you're going to go to New. Actually, you're going to go to File and then Open. And my computer is working kind of slow here because we're recording all of this. And we're going to open up the robot template. Robot template. And the robot template will come up. And when it does come up, you will see this forever loop and end loop. This is where we're going to put our very first program. Now, let's look at the top here. It says do not remove and then include robot include. So that include robot include is a special program that is linked to the program you're going to write. And that's got all the information about how your robot, your brain board, is set up, which LED is what color, where the motor outputs are, and so forth. Special procedures that I have written in the Robot Include software. So we're going to include that software. We're going to run that in the background, however. All right, so it says do not remove, so leave that there. You will write your program between forever loop and end loop. And we're going to write a program called HelloWorld. It's just a traditional very first program. That's what you call the very first program. When you write a program in a certain language, you call it Hello World. It's just tradition with computer programmers. So we're going to do our Hello World in JAL. Now, because we can't make our brain board type out the words Hello World like you would usually do in a beginning program, we're going to make one of our LEDs flash. And to do that, we're going to bring up a subroutine that I have already written, some keywords that I have already written for you, and you bring that up by hitting the Control key and then the space key. And when you do that, Control and space, you're going to see a bunch of keywords come up that are pre-written for you. And we're going to choose red LED. And then we'll choose, we'll type in the letters ON for on. All right? So if we were to run this program right now, the forever loop would start and the red LED would turn on and it would get to the end of the loop here and then it would go back up to the start of the loop and turn the red LED on again. So really what would happen here in the real world is the red LED would just be on, and it would be on forever and ever and ever. So we need to turn it off after a certain amount of time. So we're going to add that certain amount of time, and again we're going to press Control and Space Bar, and that brings us to our keywords again, and then we're going to go down to choose Wait. And I'm going to put a weight 1000 in here. The reason I'm doing 1000 is because weight is in milliseconds, and a millisecond is 1/1000th of a second. So I'm going to wait 1,000 1,000ths of a second, or 1 second, okay? And then I am going to turn my red LED off. So I'm going to hit enter, new line, and then find red LED equals again, and turn it off after that period of time. We also need to tell our microcontroller to be off, to turn the red LED off for a certain period of time. So we are going to wait again 1,000 milliseconds. So we're going to turn it off for 1,000 milliseconds. And then we're going to hit our end loop and then go back up to the beginning of the loop, turn the red LED on again for 1 second, then turn the red LED off for 1 second, and then back around. So that should work. We're going to go ahead and download this to our microcontroller, to our brain board. The way we do that, if you recall, is when you're testing your brain board originally, you plug in your USB cable while the battery pack is off. Okay, so the whole brain board is off. You plug in your USB cable and then turn the battery pack on. If the sound is on your computer, you'll hear your computer find the brain board, and after that you hit this arrow key with the picture of the integrated circuit on it. It's compile and program key, and we'll go ahead and do that, and you'll see this come up. Mine's going to compile. I'm recording the screen and it really slows down the computer. And after a while, you will see this message, execute program or application with hex file robot template.hex. And we're going to say yes. That's what we want to do. And it's real important that you see this black box come up. When you do see this black box come up, and again, mine is running real slowly. When you see this black box come up and it says erasing and writing hex file and verifying, that means it is actually programming your brain board. Now go ahead and turn off your brain board, or turn off the switch on the battery box, unplug your USB cable, and turn your battery box back on, and you should see a red flashing light. And that's how you do it. That's your HelloWorld, your first JAL program.